Daz Games, thank you very much, man. Thank you for that awesome shout out. I noticed on your newest video on that vegan teacher that you used a couple of my videos, and I really appreciate that. That's the greatest shout out ever, man. Everyone, please subscribe to Daz Games. He's awesome. Thank you so much. And I really like how you went about things on your debate on that vegan teacher. And it was really awesome. I like how you went about things. And thank you so much for helping us debunk that vegan teacher. Thank you so much, man. Everyone, please subscribe to Daz Games. And thank you, everyone, also for the wonderful support. Thank you for helping me to get my channel to where it is today. Thank you, guys. All right, guys. Let's go ahead and start the video.
Reading your comments. I can't be vegan because I don't like soy milk. Suck it up. Learn to love it like the rest of us did, or go buy oat milk. Be vegan.
See, now what you're doing is going to do the exact opposite. If you want people to go vegan, then why are you acting like this? I mean, telling people to suck it up like that is just making them think you have no choice. You have to go vegan. Do this like the rest of us. But what is it really doing? It's just going to make them not want to go vegan. I mean, if you want that person to go vegan, you have to respect that person at the same time. And you also have to respect their wishes and decision. It is not yours to make. Acting like you're all high and mighty is not going to get you anywhere. You have to be respectful. That's the thing. See, being a peacemaker is the best way to go about when trying to convert somebody. If not, you're going to lose a lot of people. And maybe you did have a lot of supporters at one time, but those same people end up turning away because they didn't like your pushy techniques that you were using. Now, I'm not trying to be mean or anything, because I believe you could turn around and be more peaceful about things, then it would be right. You know, if you're being peaceful and you weren't trying to force people to go vegan, that maybe if you were just telling them facts like about plants and what they have in them without spreading propaganda, then maybe people might change their mind. But you can't be pushy about things. You have to be respectful, kind, and nice to others when talking about these things, or else you're going to have no gain. And lastly, there's just way too many benefits with being omnivore, especially with protein. And being able to get the proper amount of iron in your body, yeah, most people aren't going to go vegan when they have the opportunity to get heme iron in their body.
Reading your comments. I can't be vegan because I'm allergic to nuts. Just don't eat them. Eat one of the thousands of other foods in the store.
But yet you failed to name a single other food that they could have as an alternative to not eating nuts. If someone has a nut allergy, there's nothing you can do about that. Now that their main source of protein is gone, how else are they supposed to be vegan? I mean, you hear vegans saying stuff like broccoli has more protein than steak, but does it really? No, it does not. You know that you would have to eat a ton of broccoli to even get a decent amount of protein in you. And that's what people are mistaken about with broccoli is broccoli doesn't give you the amount of protein that steak would give you. And you could eat far less of steak. You would be full by the time you ate that much broccoli before you even got the amount of protein you needed. You would basically need to eat 500 grams of broccoli just to get 20 grams of protein. That's a ton of broccoli. Not to mention, they're not going to get any heme iron out of that either. So, with lack of protein and iron, is that really wise to try to get people to go on a vegan diet if their body can't handle a vegan diet? Anyways, don't take my word for it. Just look it up yourself and you'll see.
You look down at your leather shoes, a leather coat, or a leather couch and think, I could never be vegan, I have all this stuff. Don't worry about the past. The past is the past. Just be vegan from now on.
Leather coat? No, it's not leather. And I don't have a leather couch, but the past is the past. You are right about that. And even in the future, we'll still be omnivore. You might want to be vegan. That's your choice. But the future is everyone's, not just yours. See, the future does hold a lot of value for us because anything could happen in the future. But no matter what happens in the future, we always strive to make it better. See, that's the thing that I value most about mankind is pushing through to make life better. We always try to make life the best that we can. So you can have your diet and we can have our diet. A diet should not change how people feel about one another as far as friendship goes or maybe as an acquaintance. Just because someone eats a different way doesn't mean that you should treat them as an outcast. And as far as what you own, leather is okay. The reason why it is because it insulates warmth. So if you're wearing leather, you're going to be really warm if you're lying down. And let's just say you bundle up and you've got leather. That's going to keep the warmth in. Leather is actually really good to keep the warmth in. That's why people wear leather. As far as leather couches, yeah, I'm not a big fan of leather couches because I would sweat on them. But that just shows you that even like during the winter, if you got a fireplace and you're bundled up with blankets and you're on that leather couch, the warmth is going to kind of stay in a little bit longer, you know? So I'm just saying. So yeah, basically, you might think you're causing the least amount of damage, but realistically, there's a lot of things that can help and resources that we use in life. Okay, so you want to try to keep warm the best you can without using leather. That's on you. Some people are more comfortable. Okay, we're talking comfort. For them, it's comfortable. Maybe not you. Some people are uncomfortable and it makes it hard to sleep on certain beds. So let's just put that factor into play. That people that are laying on certain kinds of beds, it might be comfortable to some, but not everyone else. I'm just saying. The same thing goes with clothes. Some material people are allergic to, like some fabrics. It makes them really itchy and break out. You know, maybe leather is a better option for them. You really don't want to close any doors and shut off any options because really all you're really doing is just creating hazards in your life. Like having to watch every little step, tiptoeing. Do you really want to walk on eggshells your entire life? And what if all that food that you've been eating this entire time, all that vegan food, let's just say you've been eating this for years now. What if all that time it's been harming you rather than benefiting you? What if you ended up getting sick because you've been rejecting animal product for so long that your body started to get sick? What would you do then? I'm just saying.
Today is the first day of the rest of your life. You can choose to be vegan. You can start right now to be part of the solution instead of part of the problem. You got this.
Honestly, if we were part of the problem, wouldn't we be the ones with the picket signs trying to get businesses shut down, bothering peaceful people while they eat? Does that remind you of anyone? Because seriously, if we were part of that problem, we would be the ones breaking into farms, releasing animals that aren't ours. Does that also remind you of anyone? Oh, I think it does. Vegan activist, maybe? Now, I'm not trying to say that all vegan activists are violent and break into people's property, but many of them do. They break into farms and secretly try to release the animals. I mean, is that not a crime? It's not their property. And animals are considered property by definition. If you look up property and the law, you will find that animals are considered property. Whether you like it or not, it may not seem nice. I mean, there are some protected animals that are not property, like the ones out in the wild. But the ones that we own, they are our property. whether we consider them part of the family or part of a meal. That is reality. But no, we are not out there disturbing the peace. We are not the activists out there trying to get businesses shut down. I'm just saying.
Today is the first day of the rest of your life. There are animals right now still alive who have not yet been killed for meals you are about to have. You can save them. Go vegan.
There are tons of animals still out there. And besides, going vegan isn't going to save them because other animals are still going to eat them. And guess what? If we didn't exterminate certain animals or if we didn't hunt them down, we would be overcrowded with tons of animals. And then other animals would cause other animals to go extinct. It would be way worse. At least we look after certain species to make sure that they don't go extinct. And yes, maybe humanity was the problem for certain species, but we do watch and monitor them, like marine biologists. So yeah, there are animals that are protected. Endangered species? Think about it. Yes, mankind is protecting animals. Even though they're hunting them, there are still lots of protected animals out there. Look at all the species out there. And besides, if everyone went vegan, there would be so much over farming in the world it wouldn't even be funny. Because everyone would have to consume tons of vegetables because they digest much faster. It would take forever to get full on nuts and vegetables alone with no meat to sustain you. Think about it. Thank you guys so much for watching my video. I really appreciate it. And thank you again, Daz Games, for the shout out. Thank you so much, buddy. I really appreciate that. And thank you, everyone, for all your wonderful support. Thank you so much. I couldn't ask for better friends out there. Thank you for keeping my channel alive, guys. And I'll see you next time.